Numbers. What's a mixed number? What do you think that sounds like? Mixed number. Like a bunch of numbers mixed up, or what? Fractions that aren't even, or... See, I really think mixed number is kind of a lousy word. I would call them fractburs or numptions, because a mixed number is a number and a fraction. Okay? So it's not just a number, it's a fraction mixed with a number. And when I think of it, like to think of in terms of perhaps money. Okay, let's say that this is $1 right here. How much is this? Another $1. So we have $2. And how much would this be? 1/4. $1/4 of $1, which would be 25 cents, right? Or a quarter. So this we'd write this as 2 and 1/4, right? So this would be a mixed number because we have a number and we have a fraction. Got that? Okay, now, what if we want to change this into totally a fraction? How are we going to change these numbers into fractions? Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the other 4 overlay, put it on top of that one. Take the other 4 overlay, put it on top of that one. Let's think about money again. If I said to you, change that $2 and a quarter into all quarters, all right, what would you do? This would be 4 quarters. This would be 4 quarters. You've already got 1/4, right? So what you'd have is, you'd have 4 quarters plus 4 quarters plus the 1/4 equals 9 quarters. Instead of, but 4/4 is 1, right? And 1 plus a quarter, so 2 and 1/4. So this is called what again? Mixed number. And this is called a fraction. But there's something about this fraction that you started to get into, because what looks a little bit strange here? What? It's an improper fraction, because these are proper fractions. This is all right here. As long as the numerator is smaller than the denominator, then it's a proper fraction. If the denominator is smaller than the numerator, it's an improper fraction. Not that there's anything wrong about it, just a way to categorize them, okay? So do you see how to change back and forth? If we had the two numbers, we change them to the same denominator as this, so 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 1/4 is 9/4, okay? This is a mixed number, this is an improper fraction. Okay, now, can we go backwards? What if I'd given you this and say, can you make that into a mixed number? What would you do? Yes?
You'd, like, multiply it, or divide it.
Divide it, because what does this line mean right here? Divide. So 9 divided by 4, so one way you could do it is just to say 9 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. How much do you have left? 1 and 1/4, right? But think about money again. If you had 9 quarters, isn't 9 quarters the same as 4 quarters plus 4 quarters plus the 1/4? Okay, so if you wanted to, because division, some people call fast subtraction, you could say, well, 9 quarters. Let's take a 4 quarters out of it. How much do we have left? 5 quarters. If we subtract that, and 5 quarters we could make into another 4/4 plus another 1/4, right? So there's the 4 and the 4 and the 1 makes the 9. So you could just keep subtracting 4s out if you wanted to. That's how you could change back from an improper fraction to a mixed number. Okay, try this one, 12/5. 12/5. So if you have 12/5, how would you change that to a mixed number? What's the easiest way? Divide. 12 divided by 5 is 2 and 2/5. Good. If we wanted to draw that, we could build this, but let me draw it. 12/5 is 2 and 2/5. So there's the 2. And then we'd have to draw the 2/5 would be like that, right? Yeah. And then we'd have to change these into fifths and highlight the whole thing. So we have 1 plus 1 plus 2/5, or 2 and 2/5. But we also have 5/5. 5/5. 2/5 is 12/5, right? So do you see how to go back and forth between mixed numbers and fractions? Good job.